Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I welcome you all in AppSex Online Support and Assignments tutorial for week 7. I am Zubia Razak from APS Chakthamni. The grade is 7 and subject is history. Recipe is chapter number 3, the Ummayyad dynasty 661 to 750. So here are topics for week 7. Objectives are to understand about the economy of Umayyad dynasty and about central government, provincial administration and revenue generating sources of Umayyads from textbook pages 32 to 33. Administration and economy of Umayyad Caliphate. The Umayyad Caliphate expanded the Islamic empire into one of the largest empires in the history of the world. At its peak, the Ummayyad Caliphate controlled the Middle East, parts of India, much of North Africa, and Spain. Historians estimate the Ummayyad Caliphate had a population of around 62 million people, which was nearly 30% of the world's population at the time. Central government. The central government of the Umayyad Caliphate consisted of Khalifa, Caliph as the Imam, or the Amirul Mu'minin, who performed similar duties as previous caliphs but with a different perspective and spirit. Under the Umayyads, the Shura, a group of scholars, was replaced by the court. The life and work of the court varied too much the personal character of the caliph. The organization of central government of the Umayyad consisted of 5 departments called divans, branches. Each divan was headed by one or more officials called the katib, which means in charge of documentation. Now it's time to discuss the provincial administration, which was consisted of tiers of provincial divisions. The Umayyad Caliphate was divided into 114 provinces, both large and small. There were 3 tiers of provincial divisions. Moreover, the Caliphate was divided into 5 viceroyalties called Al-Iqlim. They were named from east to west: Iraq, Al Jazeera, Egypt, and Africa, with the home provinces of Syria, and were directly administered by the Caliph. Provincial officials. The sphere of state activities was confined to 4 essential functions: the political administration to preserve peace and order, revenue collection to ascertain taxes, police functions to control law and order, judicial functions to provide justice for all. Revenue generating sources of the Umayyad. The sources of revenue under the Umayyads grew as compared to the early days of Caliphate. The revenue increased due to the extension of empire and the imposition of 5 traditional Islamic taxes: zakat, which was paid by the rich Muslims and distributed among the deserving Muslims; ushur, paid on the income of the agricultural land and its produce; khams, share of the state in the war spoils; kharaj, payment from non-Muslim landowners; jizya, payment made by non-Muslims to the Muslim government. These taxes and tributes were collected by the provincial revenue officials and deposited in the provincial treasury called the Baitul Mal. All the welfare and development projects of the state were funded from the treasury. Muawiyah declares himself the next caliph from 661 to 80, and he moves the caliphate to Damascus, Syria. From here on, the caliphate becomes hereditary. Now it's time to discuss the home tasks for the day 1. You have to think critically and write the answers of these questions on loose sheets, which are How was the administration and economy of Umayyad Caliphate? How provincial officials were working and what was the result to collect taxes? Tell the main revenue generating sources of the Umayyad. Home tasks for the day 2 are: you have to prepare a bank of words you find difficult and new in the topics. Maintain a small notepad or booklet from new vocabulary. Digital literacy is: you have to search on internet about the ruins of Anjar and an Umayyad city and write information in your notepad or booklet. Thank you and have a nice day.